Okay guys, here we have the Invacare Reliant 450. This is coming to the estate, we don't need it, and it's an awesome unit. Super clean and ready to go. No patient lift and transfer. What can I tell you? It's hydraulic pump. You can see I'm pumping it up here. Works just fine, and that's the sling part on the end. Works the way it should. I'll actually attach to this video the actual Invacare video where they do the raising and lowering of a patient. But what can I say? And again, it's super high quality connections there, and it's good. What can I say? Rolls on casters, very confident, no issues at all, and you'll be pleased on it. So I'm going to pause the video right now so you can actually see the Invacare video and the unit in action.
Make it easier for the caregiver to assist any resident up to 450 pounds. They can lift a person from a bed, a stretcher, a wheelchair, a commode, even the floor. To get a better understanding of a full body lift, it's good to know its parts. Basically, a lift is made of 3 assemblies: the base, the mast, and the boom. Let's start at the bottom and work our way up, beginning with the base. The base rides on these 4 low-friction casters, which are mounted to the legs. Next are the legs. There are 2 of them, and they're adjustable. With the legs closed, the lift can be maneuvered more easily through doors, around furniture, and in tight hallways. Use the padded shift handle to open and close them. It's pretty simple. To open the legs with the Reliant lift, grab the shifter handle with one hand and the steering handle with the other hand. Pull back on the shifter handle and move the handle to the right. The legs will open. Make sure that the handle drops into this slot to lock the legs into place. To close the legs, just reverse the process. Grab the shifter handle with one hand and the steering handle with the other hand. Pull back and move the shifter handle to the left, and the legs will close. Again, make sure that the handle drops into this slot to lock the legs into place.
The next assembly is the mast. Here you'll find these ergonomically designed push handles and the hydraulic pump assembly which does the lifting. Attached to the mast is the boom. The boom is the lifting arm, and at the end of it is the swivel bar. The sling attaches to the swivel bar. It's padded for safety. The 9805 and Reliant 450 lifts have different swivel bars, but they serve the same purpose: sling attachment. Raising and lowering the boom is done using the control valve and the pump handle. To raise the boom, first close the control valve. Turn it clockwise towards the pump handle. Then move the pump handle up and down. It takes surprisingly little effort. To lower, just turn the control valve counterclockwise. How much you turn it will control how fast the boom lowers. But no matter how far you turn the valve, a safety gate inside the hydraulic system controls the maximum rate of descent.
Full body or standard, which are available with or without an optional commode opening. Divided leg or toileting slings, both of which fit around a seated person and provide added comfort with padding under the thighs. Always inspect the sling before use. Check for wear, tears, and loose stitching. Bleached, torn, cut, frayed, or broken slings are unsafe and shouldn't be used. You can adjust the slings for different body positions by using different combinations of color-coded loops that are sewn into each strap. If you want to position the resident in a reclining position, attach the sling using the loops at the end of all 4 straps. If you want to position the resident in a seated position for the head, use the loops closest to the resident. And for the legs, use the loops furthest away from the resident. Position the lift so it's over the wheelchair. Make sure the lift's legs are in the maximum open position for stability. Lock the lift's rear casters to prevent it from moving while you attach the sling. Turn the control valve on the hydraulic pump counterclockwise to lower the boom. Position the swivel bar so that it is parallel with the resident's shoulders. Then attach the sling. Attach the straps that are by the resident's legs to the front of the swivel bar. You can use any one of 3 techniques depending on the situation. You can attach them so that the straps go under both the resident's legs. This bundling technique creates a very small opening for petite residents. You can attach them so they cross between the resident's legs. This technique draws the resident's legs together. Or you can attach them so they go under the resident's legs directly to the swivel bar. This technique separates the resident's legs for hygiene tasks. Just make sure that you use the same color straps for both legs. Next, attach the center straps to the swivel bar using a loop that leaves a little slack in the strap. Use the same color loop on both sides. Securely attach the top straps to the swivel bar. Again, make sure you use the same color straps for both sides. Make sure the resident's arms are inside the sling. Unlock the rear casters. Turn the control valve clockwise. Then give the unit a few pumps. This will elevate the swivel bar slightly and provide a bit of tension to the sling. Double check to make sure that all of the attachment points of the sling are properly attached to the swivel bar. If they are not, lower the sling and fix them. Pump the unit several more times until the resident is just above the wheelchair. The other caregiver can use the sling handles to maneuver the resident. Move the lift towards the bed and position the resident over the middle of the bed. Then, rotate and position the resident properly above the bed. Lower the resident on the bed by turning the control valve counterclockwise. Once the resident's full weight is on the bed, lock the lift's rear casters and unhook the sling from the swivel bar. Unlock the rear casters. Remove the lift. Remove the sling.
Now, of course, the unit itself does not come with the sling because, quite frankly, sling is sort of a personal item, depending on the size of the person, because, a person can also even use a sling for toileting, right? So just to give you a quick snapshot here, you can hop online. This is 1-800-wheelchair.ca, Canadian website. And you can order slings for as little as $150, and it goes up from there. And you can decide if you want to have, like a toileting hole or things like that. So, it is true there are these lifts out there with slings, but to be blunt, I think most people would like to have their own. It's sort of in the same category as your own mattress, just because it can be a little bit intimate. And for the amount of money I'm charging for the unit, what can I tell you? It's pretty reasonable. So that being said, concerning this unit, if you go on Kijiji, there are many units out there that actually have the electric option as well. This one does not have the electric, and to be blunt, it doesn't take a lot of effort. Like it's an easy pumping action, and as far as I'm concerned, having the electric presents 2 issues. A, you always have to be plugged in, and B, if it ultimately fails, it's more expensive to replace. This unit has just got a hydraulic cylinder on it, and their failure rate is next to none because you're only lifting up a few hundred pounds, a couple hundred pounds. So that being said, it's more foolproof. And again, as I showed you earlier with the if you look in the ad itself, you'll see that I've got the actual unit cited. What's this thing going for right now? It's going for I think $1,700. Just give me a sec here. Yeah, $1,900. And I'll put a link to the ad. So, this stuff's not cheap, and the reality is that it really doesn't wear out. This thing moves around a bedroom or a carry area, and if you need one, you need one. But if you can buy it at the right price point, well, there's something to be said for that. So what can I say? So like I said, make sure you study the photos, guys. They're pretty reasonable. You can't make this stuff up between the high quality casters and the hydraulics and the lift bar. It's a very simple machine, but very well made. And again, a quick review of Kijiji. Everybody wants well over $1,000 for theirs. I don't. So, what can I tell you? It's a pretty simple decision to make. That being said, if you want to play pricing games, I recommend you go play it with those other guys because of the price point I'm at and the quality of this ad, it's going to sell. It's going to sell almost immediately. And if it's to you, fantastic. If not, well, I wish you luck getting what you want, what you want to pay. But I will be selling it to a person who appreciates everything I've said. So short of that, guys. Easy stuff. Send me a text, email, or phone call, and I'll sell it to you.